It's Mari McInerney from Croaky here, and we're at the National Climate Emergency Summit in Melbourne, and I have one of the guest speakers from overseas. Margaret, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Margaret Klein Salamon. I'm the founder and director of the organization The Climate Mobilisation in the United States, and before that I was a clinical psychologist. So my approach to all of climate work is about the emotional, personal barriers to acting rationally if we wanted to live.
And what are they?
Pluralistic ignorance is a huge one. That means humans evaluate risk by looking at how other people are reacting. And so many people are worried. And actually in both Australia and the United States, the majority of people are concerned, very concerned, or even more about climate. And yet there's a spiral of silence. People don't talk about it, and which makes them feel alone, that they're the only one who is feeling this level of terror, and they feel, well, everyone's acting normal, so it must be okay. So I think that is a key barrier to acting in a way that could protect humanity in the living world. Other barriers are obviously the fossil fuel industry's multi-billion-dollar campaign of lies and lobbying, the propaganda machine of Fox News and Rupert Murdoch. I mean, there's so many barriers, but each person can only directly control themselves. And so I think that really the first thing that we need to do is look in the mirror and say, where am I with this, and how can I do more, and what might be blocking me?
So with that in mind, what does your organisation do? What's your big approach? It's to get declarations of climate emergencies, yeah?
So the climate mobilization is going to shift the paradigm from gradualism, which is what the climate movement has been in for the past 30 years, into emergency mode. And we want to bring the whole country and then the whole world into emergency mode, meaning we have a shared understanding that this is an existential threat, that we are in danger, you, me, my family, your family, everybody, and that we have to, if we want to survive, transform everything. If we reach that mentality, and that there is no greater priority, there is no, because we could achieve every other policy aim that we have and then collapse. So there is no greater priority, there is no half measures. If we achieve that collective awakening, that is an unstoppable force. And we saw during World War II that we can transform our economy incredibly rapidly if we do it together in emergency mode.
Given your background and those goals, what's your sense about the health community? Is there a professional stepping up? Are there special messages for them? What are your concerns and thoughts about that?
So, as a clinical psychologist by training, I'm part of the mental health community anyway, and there is an increasing level of engagement in both psychologists and also medical doctors. In the United States, medical doctors are the #1 most trusted profession, and so it is especially important that they tell the truth, become spokespeople, say, we cannot do our jobs, we cannot protect people's bodies and heal them if this catastrophe continues to unfold.
You talked during the last panel discussion and just a little bit before too about the role of the media, and you said that there's some things that struck you, particularly around the reporting on the bushfires in the US. Can you talk to that?
So it's another part of this spiral of silence, right? Of approximately 100 TV segments on the bushfires in the United States, 2 mentioned the climate emergency, mentioned climate change at all. And this is truly shocking. And if you get your news from television, it's this level of cognitive dissonance. It's like it can make a person crazy, right? It's like I'm seeing this one thing and I think I understand it, but then here's this authoritative source that seems to be wrong, and it's it's a huge part of the problem. We need to tell the truth. We need the media to tell the truth. And in fact, since they're not, it even elevates our responsibility to tell the truth because like somebody's got to, right?
You did a shout out for a friend of yours who tries to do that. Do you want to talk about her?
Sure, Genevieve Gunther. She's great. She's she started a project called End Climate Silence with the goal of getting newspapers and television outlets, all media outlets, simply to cover climate in stories in which it is highly relevant, right? Floods, fires, heat waves, crop failure. I believe that media outlets should be putting climate on the front page every day, and at the top of the hour every day. But in lieu of that, please, let's talk about it in the stories that are already about climate.
We're having similar problems with that here, as you would have heard today. What's your takeaway from today so far?
It's wonderful. I think this is a historic event. It's been inspiring. Everyone here is telling the truth. Everyone here is talking about an emergency World War II scale response to this crisis, and it's given me more hope than I've had in a long time.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your time.